station on Space to Ground.
Welcome to Space to Ground. I'm Gary Jordan. With the addition of 3 more crew members on board the International Space Station, there are more hands, or more appropriately, more eyes on science. Astronauts and cosmonauts took turns studying their eyes this week with quite a few exams. They used ultrasounds to look at globe morphology, a fundoscope to image the surface of the retina, and optical coherence tomography to measure features of the retina. Why so many tests on the crew members' eyes? Well, astronauts sometimes experience vision problems after long-duration space flights. Many tests with many subjects allows researchers to understand these changes and prepare for human missions into deep space. More crew members also means more supplies needed, so station astronauts are getting ready to grab their supplies. Jack Fisher and Paolo Nespoli went over their procedures for using the station's robotic arm to capture the SpaceX Dragon. The cargo vehicle is currently scheduled to launch on Monday, August 14th, to deliver supplies and experiments to the station for August 16th. NASA TV will provide coverage of both events. Visit nasa.gov to see the latest schedule. Even with his days full of science and maintenance, station crew member Jack Fisher took some time to discuss his experiences in space. Fisher was featured as a guest for the first live recording of Houston We Have a Podcast, a new audio podcast from here at the Johnson Space Center. Public Affairs Officer Dan Hewitt and I chatted with Fisher about his experiences aboard and answered some questions from social media.
The other day I was doing a task and my wrench pops off the bolt and it goes flying off, and I'm like, no big deal, it'll hit the wall, it'll come back to me. And I look over and there's this gap above the rack, and it's like an inch. And that wrench decided, I'm gonna turn, so I'm perfectly in line with that gap, and it went floating inside, and then it was behind the rack and lost forever.
You can find the latest episodes of Houston We Have a Podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and nasa.gov. Keep sending your questions using the hashtag #SpaceToGround. We'll see you next week.
Subscribe for more space.